Hey race fans, it's race day top 5 with me, Frank 5. Race 2 of the playoffs is in the books, and one driver has already clinched himself a spot to join the dominant Kai of the season. Number 1, Kyle Busch, with his 3rd win of the season, has captured the win today at the ISM Connect 300 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the last race in New Hampshire during the playoffs, because next year it's going to be replaced by Las Vegas and Richmond, and Kyle was able to come through today with a solid performance after he won the pole after an interesting qualifying run on Friday, and was able to break through with a win and carry himself momentum into the next round. And Kyle literally was the best car earlier on the race, then he lost the lead, and then circumstances, played into his favor, and he was able to get the lead back, and he was able to hold off Kyle Larson, finished the second for the second time this year at Loudon, New Hampshire, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, and Martin Truex Jr. Number 2, Chase Elliott, after a tough week that we had, getting that penalty from Chicagoland with, illegal modification, losing Alan Gustafson, our crew chief, losing our car chief. We finished, we got a backup, we had to crash their car in practice, had to get a backup car qualified 14, finished 11, so it's not a bad day. I'm not really happy about it, but at least the good news is, we only dropped 3 spots in the points, and we're like 26 points going into Dover, and we've run well there. We finished top 5 in all of our 3 starts there, so I'm feeling good about next Sunday. Hopefully, Miles the Monster's on our side. Number 3, Martin Truex Jr. was the best car. Early portion of stage, won another stage. That's his 19th stage of the season. And at the end of stage 2, things did not go his way. Got caught up in a little accident in front of him, which I'll get to that in a little bit. But he was able to fix the damage that he got in his car and rebounded to finish the top 5. That certainly sets a statement to the field that even with a damaged car, or even a good car that doesn't have any damage, Martin Truex Jr. can do anything this season. He can win stages with a damaged front nose. He can win races with the back end all beat up. He can even finish the top 5 if his entire car was tore up, because Truex is just kicking everyone's tail this year. He's just proving he's the best guy right now, and I don't blame him. That effort he put up today to go from leading the race to getting involved in the race to come back to finish 5th, that's setting a major statement to the entire championship field. Number 4, a couple of the guys that have to make it into the next round because they're below the bubble today didn't really help themselves at all today. Kurt Busch was running like top 15 mid-portion of the race, and then his teammate, who's got a pretty good margin over the cutoff line, Kevin Harvick, got contact from the 3-car of Austin Dillon. They've had problems in the past, as well as Harvick having problems with Austin's brother Ty, if you remember Martinsville 2013 truck race and Austin 2016 Cup race from a year ago. Harvick got turned by the 3-car. Harvick saved the car. Kurt Busch couldn't see because there was a ton of smoke from Harvick's spin, and he door slammed him and took Kurt out of the race. That affected Truex. He was involved in that. And then the later portion of the race, Kasey Kahne broke something in the suspension area, front suspension, rear suspension, whatever it was, and he had to go to the garage and was actually penalized a couple laps for that. Got back out on the track, but they didn't really help themselves today, knowing that Kurt was tied with Austin Dillon for 12th place coming into this race, and Kasey Kahne was at least, 3-4 points outside the cut line. Now they're at least 20-plus points behind the cut line. So they've got to go to Dover next week and win, and I just don't see it happening. Sorry, Kasey Kahne fans, you're not going to win at Dover. Kurt Busch, maybe, but I don't know. We all know Martin Truex Jr. is going to go and win Dover, or Jimmy Johnson. You never know. But I just, 3 weeks before the playoffs started, Kurt Busch was looking like a possible top 8 contender, and now he might not make it to the first round. It's really disappointing. Now, nothing you can really say about that. And number 5 next week is Dover. Who's going to get it through? Who's going to get eliminated? We'll all find out all those answers next week. Which 10 drivers will join Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch, and which 4 will be outside the cut line. The guys outside the cut line right now, Kurt Busch, Kasey Kahne, Ryan Newman, and Austin Dillon. Newman and Dillon could point their way in if Stenhouse or McMurray have a problem. But Kurt Busch and Kasey Kahne have to win. It's do or die time going into Dover next week for these guys that are on the bubble. I basically say the top, with the 2 guys wins, the next 8 guys from 3rd to 10th on points look to be pretty good, but you still want to execute. And that's what everybody's going to have to do next week, and that's what the guys below the cut line are going to have to do, particularly the 2 guys at the bottom of the points. They're going to need to win the race. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. Congrats to Kyle. Yeah, and buckle up your seats, folks, because next week's going to be one hell of a finish to find out who's going to get those last 2 spots on points. See ya.